local station. News 4 Jax starts now.
It's back to the courtroom for the man charged with murder in the shooting death of a Jacksonville teen. What you can expect today as jury selection begins in the Michael Dunn retrial. And hundreds of families in the small town of Bell gather to mourn those who lost their lives last week in a horrific murder-suicide. Good morning. It's Monday, September 22nd. I'm Ashley Mitchum. And of course, as we start the week off, we are curious about the forecast, especially today. Are kids going to need the umbrella at the bus stop, or are they good to go?
Not going to need it this morning at the bus stop, but later this afternoon and early evening, moms and dads may need the umbrellas, maybe even some of that heavy weather protection gear as we're looking at the chance for some showers, even some strong thunderstorms possible here as we get into the forecast for mainly late afternoon, early evening, especially in southeast Georgia. Kind of a 1-2 punch thing happening, and then that nor'easter-like environment sets up, and that takes us through the rest of the week. 64 degrees as we sit here. It was 66 when I got in this morning, so we'll call it cool. Already some patchy fog out there, partly cloudy, hot this afternoon with daytime highs topping out in the 90s. That will also further unsettle our atmosphere, and then tonight we get into those showers and potentially even some of those storms. So here's what's going on. We've got the flow that's going to start off mainly out of the southwest here for this afternoon and then kick into the south. So we've got this that's going to push basically out of central Florida, where we've already had some spotty showers, and then you've got the front that's to the north of us here. So those two are going to collide right over top of the viewing circle, and then behind the front we've got that nor'easter-like environment that'll set in, and that's going to keep us under a wet pattern here at least through late in the work week. Temperatures outside, and I like to say it, almost widespread 70s. St. Augustine here on this first day of fall, starting off with temperatures in the lower 70s. 64 as we sit right now. By 8 o'clock, we'll find temperatures moving into the upper 60s. And by 10, we're aiming toward those 80s as we top out in the 90s. More of your forecast in 10 minutes. Ashley, back to you.
In just a few hours, jury selection will be underway in the Michael Dunn retrial. Dunn faces a first-degree murder charge in the shooting death of Jordan Davis back in November 2012. The jury was not able to reach a verdict on the murder charge in Dunn's first trial. He was, however, convicted on 3 counts of attempted murder for shooting the 3 other teens in the SUV Davis was riding in. Now, last week, the judge decided most of the photos and evidence would be allowed during the trial. News 4 Jax spoke to a local attorney not affiliated with the case about what we can expect.
You're picking the people who are going to listen to your side of the story and see if you're convincing. That's true for the state or the defense. It's particularly important here, as you know, there have been motions to move this case to other venues. So finding an impartial jury is going to be critical, and making sure that everyone feels this jury is not only selected impartially, but will remain so.
The attorney wants to move the trial out of Jacksonville because of the publicity of the case. However, the judge says he will wait and see how jury selection process goes. Jury selection begins this morning at 9:30. Now, we'll have multiple crews there blogging live on news4jax.com, so you can follow the updates on there. And once the testimony begins, you will be able to watch the proceedings as they happen. Just head to news4jax.com. You'll find a special section called State versus Michael Dunn, plus slideshows of video evidence and background on the case. If you need to brush up on that, just look under the Top Stories tab. While pushing through their grief, a small community paid their respects to a young mom and her 6 children who were murdered last week in Gilchrist County. 28-year-old Sarah Spirit was shot and killed by her dad, Don Spirit. Police say he also killed her 6 children before he turned the gun on himself. Yesterday, hundreds gathered to honor Sarah and the children. Channel 4's Ashley Harding spent the weekend in Bell.
This visual was absolutely beautiful. So many people just coming together to be with one another in light of this tragedy. So many still in shock. And you can see right behind me, 6 ribbons have been hanging here since this morning in honor of these children.
And we used to always talk in Vacation Bible School we had at church. We used to always talk and just sort of get in trouble.
Corey Tootin remembers the good times he had with his friend Caleb. Like many others in this small, tight-knit community, he and his family aren't prepared to say goodbye. He's very moved by Sunday's large turnout.
It shows courage, and it leaves a message to everyone to always help others when needed.
Despite their grief, hundreds attended a candlelight vigil Sunday night to honor the young lives lost. Many of them held each other for comfort as Gilchrist County School Board members led the crowd in prayer. Many are still coming to terms with the tragedy.
You don't kill your daughter and your grandchildren. You know, that's just not how God made it to be.
7 oak trees will soon be planted at Bell Elementary School in remembrance of these young people. Now, there's no word yet on when these funerals will be taking place, but donations are still being accepted. You can find a link to a GoFundMe account on our website at news4jax.com. Reporting in Bell, I'm Ashley Harding, Channel 4, the local station.
News4Jax will continue to follow the very latest on the tragedy in Bell. As soon as we learn about funeral arrangements, we will pass that along to you. You can also look at some of our previous stories on our website, news4jax.com. Just look under top stories. We're waiting to learn what caused a young man to drown in a Southside apartment complex pool. It happened about 4:30 in the afternoon on Saturday at the Grand Reserve Apartments. Investigators say the mother of 21-year-old Sachin Massey went looking for him and found his car at the complex. Well, that's when she found her son in the pool and called for help. People rushed to help pull Massey from the water, and his mom tried to perform CPR until medics arrived, but he did die at the hospital. A man is dead after driving through a median and colliding with another car. It happened Saturday morning on Mayport Road. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says he was driving east when he just seemed to lost control of his car, jumped the median, and crashed into another. He died at the scene, and the woman whose car he hit was taken to the hospital. She is expected to be okay. A scam alert to warn you about in Alachua County. Police say scammers are calling people and telling them they are wanted fugitives. The scammers tell people in order to clear their warrant, they must go buy a Green Dot Visa gift card for $1,000. Alachua County Police are now reminding the public that the Sheriff's Office does not make phone calls or exchange money for wanted people. If you've been a victim of the scam, call the Alachua Sheriff's Office at 352-955-1818. Now to a positively jacked story. 15,000 people hit the pavement for the annual First Coast Heart Walk at Metro Park. The event raised more than $1 million for the fight against heart disease. Some who came out Saturday were there to support family members and loved ones.
When Tamisha was first born, she was born with a congenital heart defect, and within 5 days of her birth, she had a first pacemaker installed, and then 9 months later, she had a second pacemaker installed. And as you can see right now, she's 10 years old. She's God's blessing, and she's doing very good.
What a blessing for sure. Channel 4's Rob Sweeting was also there bright and early, getting walkers started. The goal of the event is to promote a healthy lifestyle, raise money for research, and one day find a cure. If you'd like to donate to First Coast Heart Walk, you can find a link on our website, news4jax.com. And it's an iconic American muscle car that's been redesigned for its 50th birthday. Still ahead, we'll go for a drive in Ford's new Mustang and tell you about some of its new tricks. And a manhunt continues for the gunman accused of ambushing and killing a Pennsylvania state trooper. What newly found evidence has police hopeful they're hot on the trail of Eric Friend? That's next.
Like WJXT Ford, the local station, on Facebook.
Save in Jacksonville Monday Midnight Madness Sale at Kia of Orange Park in Southside Kia. One day only. This Monday till midnight. Get doorbuster prices on over 500 new Kias. New 2015 Kia Optima, 0 down, $229 a month. Huge savings on over 500 new Kias. 0 down is available on all new Kias. Also choose from 100 pre-owned vehicles starting at $39.95. Doorbuster prices are Monday only till midnight. 0 down, $229 a month for a 2015 Optima. This Monday only at Kia of Orange Park in Southside Kia.
Virginia College honors the compassionate ones, the natural-born caretakers, those who have always made it their mission to make it all better. We commend you because today's healthcare field depends on people like you to comfort, to assist, to care. Let Virginia College help turn your gifts into an exciting new career as a medical assistant. Virginia College. Call today or visit vc.edu.
How did I set a new personal record today? I started with a test run. Then I got a solid night's rest in a great room. And before I hit the road, I hit the breakfast bar where I got my fuel for the next 26 miles.
Great endings begin here. That's why at Choice Hotels, we give you cozy rooms, free breakfast, and right now when you take 2 separate trips, you earn 1 night free. Book now at choicehotels.com.
Some politicians are like used car salesmen. They think they can sell you anything. Listen to this from Charlie Crist.
Do you think that nothing about Obamacare has irreparably harmed Floridians in any way?
No, I don't think so at all. I think it's been great.
Obamacare is great, Charlie?
I think it's been great.
But it's making our healthcare costs go up.
I think it's been great.
Obamacare is taking money from our pockets.
I think it's been great.
Charlie Crist. What he's selling is Obama.
At Nimnick Buick GMC, we know what you're looking for. Great price, great selection, and employees dedicated to making sure your car buying experience is the absolute best it can be. During the model year-end closeout, get a GMC Terrain for $179 per month or a Buick Verano for $199 per month for quality service, unbeatable selection, and a great price. You can't beat Nimnick Buick GMC on Phillips Highway just south of I-295. Since 1941, Nimnick has been your friend in the car business, and we intend to keep it that way.
Outlet stores, they're everywhere. But are they really the bargains you think they are?
Retail or outlet? Can you tell the difference?
We went outlet shopping to find out.
Look at that.
Next, Instant Edition.
Tonight at 7:30 on Channel 4.
Investigators say they're hot on the trail of the man they believe ambushed and killed a Pennsylvania state police officer over a week ago. Police are searching for this man, 31-year-old Eric Freen. During the manhunt, trackers have discovered items police say Freen hid or abandoned in the woods, including an AK-47 and ammo. Investigators say that he had been planning to take action against law enforcement for months, if not years. Since that shooting that he did kill the state trooper and critically injured another, there have been no confirmed sightings of Freen, but he is now one of the FBI's most wanted criminals. And new information regarding the missing college student from the University of Virginia. Police have issued an arrest warrant for Jesse Matthew, and they believe he was the last person with 18-year-old Hannah Graham. Police are releasing these new photos of Matthew's car after seizing it. His arrest warrant was issued based on reckless driving charges. Matthew's been questioned by police, but so far they do not have enough charges on him in Graham's appearance. He is currently not a suspect. 3 Afghanistan National Army soldiers are missing from a Cape Cod military base. The soldiers were participating in training exercises. They arrived at Camp Edwards on September 11th and were last seen at the Cape Cod Mall. Security personnel reported them missing Saturday night and have been working with police to locate them. The military says the soldiers are not a threat to the public. The training exercises have been held yearly since 2004 and involve 6 different nations, including the U.S. Interesting story there.
Yeah, lots of those. Hey, let's get you into your forecast for today. You need to start making some plans, especially if you have outdoor plans this week. Looks like we'll see some showers today, possibly some strong storms, and then a wet work week. We're taking it hour by hour and day by day coming up after the break.
And an update to a story we brought you last week about a California couple's home burned to the ground in a wildfire. Despite their loss, they were determined to get hitched. A look at their emotional ceremony after the break. We're proud to cover Nassauville, Armstrong, and Fruitland.
You're waking up with Channel 4. We are the local station.
Why watch the 10 o'clock news on the local station?